Hey, what's going on, everybody? It is a beautiful day. Look at this weather. It is absolutely amazing. Got a busy area, but we're about to go out in the big old Mobile Bay and go do some fishing. But before we get into fishing, I do want to say that this video is sponsored by Sword Tools. They are a sponsor of the channel, and I appreciate them for doing so. They provide the fillet knives that I like to use during my catch and cooks, and some awesome clothing like this performance clothing and this hat. So if y'all want to check them out, I'll include a link down in the description below. But without further ado, let's go ahead. I got the boat launched and get in some fishing. All right, y'all, it's a beautiful day. Let's get out to our spot. Came up across some jetty rocks. If you watch my other video, you see me fish this little spot before. I did it pretty well. My setup is a drop shot rig. It's literally a Palomar knot with 20-pound fluorocarbon, and then I have a small size 4 O'Shaughnessy Mustad hook. Cheap, strong, gets job done. Coming down to a 1-ounce bank sinker. So this setup right here, have a swivel tied up to my main line. And this is a Fiddler Crab. You can purchase them at local tackle shops like I did when they have them. This time of year with bait's kind of hard to get because everybody's fishing and the fish are biting good. So if the local tackle shops do have Fiddler Crabs or shrimp, you can pick those up, or you got to find alternatives like dead shrimp or clams or something like that. I normally take the claw off and kind of chum up the water a little bit because a lot of times a fish will grab on that claw and you'll go set the hook and you'll just pull it away from them because they'll be holding on to the claw and you'll bring back the crab itself. So I normally like to hook it, just make sure you don't crack the whole thing. Just like that, and that's a good looking bait. Toss it right along these rocks and old pilings and see if we can find us one today. Bite. Come on. Got one. Got him. Whoa, that's a good one. That's a good one too. Oh, I need the net. Yo, I was about to give it up too. This wind picked up and I wasn't having that much fun. And now I just got a really nice sheep's head. Oh, come on. Come on. Get in the net. There we go. That's a keeper. That's a good one right there. And look at that. Towfish rod handle that well. All right. I was literally just about to give it up because of how windy it got. And I was like, let me try one more spot. All right, towfish rod put in the work. So I just got this really nice sheep's head. But check that out, y'all. Something happened to its tail. Look at that. That's weird looking. I don't know what's up with this tail. That is odd. But that's a nice specimen of a sheep's head. They only have to be 12 inches fork length in Alabama. This one was well over that 12-inch fork. So it's gonna go in the box. Heck yeah. All right, and we'll see if we can get us another one. Now what I like to do, which I keep on forgetting my bucket, so I have to take this cooler out and destroy my back, but I like to put salt water mixed in with my ice. And trust me, you won't be able to keep your hand in there very long. It makes it so cold. Firms up the meat, and it just keeps that fish very fresh, especially if you bleed it. But normally I don't bleed my fish too much unless I catch something really oily. But this fish is in this salt brine. It's gonna be really nice and fresh. So we'll see if we can catch us another one. All right, so just caught that sheep's head. Got him. There he is. Come on. There's a piling right there I gotta watch out for. He's kind of small, so he may end up going back if I can get him in the boat. Maybe. Ah, he's not as small as he looked in the water, which is normally opposite. So that's a keeper right there. All right, let's check our setup again. You always want to check after each fish because you never know if it took you in the rocks, but that leader feels good. So let's see if we can get another sheep's head. All right, just got the truck parked and we're gonna head out of Mobile Bay again. Like I said, it's really pretty out here. So I already have the Scout launched. So we're just gonna go out in the bay and see what we can do. Man, it's a nice day outside. Completely different than yesterday. It was so windy yesterday that it is flat. So we just made it to the Dolphin Island Bridge. It was a nice calm ride across the bay, which is not often. So I'm gonna find a little place to get positioned up and get this trolling motor down and get to fishing. So there's a bunch of structure here. Usually there's a lot of current. I like coming out here in the summer for big sharks. Today we're after mainly sheep's head again, because it's just that time of year. So let me get this trolling motor down and get positioned into a spot I like. Now my setup today is provided by Toadfish. So they were cool enough to send me some rod and reels to try out. This is their 3000 Carbon Elite, and I spooled it up with 20-pound braid. And then I'm using the 7-foot 2-inch medium heavy fast action rod. So if you want to check these rods out or pick you up one for yourself, I will link their website down in the description below as well. So that's the setup for today. Let's go ahead and toss this bait along this wall, see if we can get us a fish. Toss it over here by this group of pilings all bunched together. Let's do a little pitch there. And then you want to give it slack so it falls right where you tossed it or cast it. Okay. Position the boat a little bit closer. Oh, got one, got one. Oh, that's a good one. Oh, that's a decent fish. Let's see what you are. I'm gonna assume that's a sheep's head. Oh yeah, it's not a bad one. So they're here. Boat flip that, that's a keeper. So I just landed the first sheep's head of the trip, and there went the hook. Heck yeah. Sweet, but that's a keeper. They only have to be 12 inches in the state of Alabama. So 12 inches fork length, which means from the tip of their nose or their lips to the fork in their tail. So that one's a solid average size. And it's gonna go in the cooler. But what a nice sheep's head. Check out the chompers on them. So y'all seen me catch these before if you watch the channel, but they're so good to eat. But we're gonna toss them in the cooler and see if we can get another one. Springtime is one of the best times for fishing. Late March, April, May, because everything's hungry and willing to bite. The sheep's head are spawning. Pompano run is going on where they start to spawn in the surf. You got cobia migration, the king mackerel and the Spanish start showing up. Everything just starts coming back to life compared to the winter. There's a lot to do, but this is an exciting way to fish like this, especially on a calmer day without as much wind. But I like to catch them while I can, because they kind of move on once the summer comes and they get very difficult to catch. So not impossible, but I start fishing for other things. See, if I had a scraper or something, I could scrape some of the barnacles off, or what's left of them, and it kind of chums up the water a little bit. And sometimes if you scrape and then leave them, you know, for about 5 minutes or so, so your noise and everything settles down and the fish aren't as spooked anymore, they'll come up and get active and eat that chum that you just created. But I always seem to forget a scraper this time of year, so that's why you don't see me doing it. There's a bite though. See, we can catch them just as easy like this. Oh yeah. See, you want to get a good hook set on them. Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. That is a really good one. I'll use the net on him. Oh, he's liking that motor. There we go. Come on. It's kind of hard to do it solo, but we can get the job done here. Let's pull out some line. Oh. I don't know how well I'm filming, trying to net and fish and film. Come on, buddy. Oh, all right. These are the ones I'm after right here, a little bit bigger ones. Y'all want to see inside their mouth? Check that out. Oh, look at all those molars and teeth to bite down and eat crabs and barnacles and whatever other crustacean they want to eat. But that's why I like that short shank mustad hook. It's very strong, and you see it gets the job done. Much better size than the real small babies. You know, these are the ones that you want to catch. It's a good size to where you get plenty of meat off of it. And they do fight hard. They pull, they dig down, they don't want to leave where their house, which I don't blame them, would y'all? But he's gonna come home with me. But we'll throw him in the box and work on getting some more. The wind has picked up a little bit, So I don't know how long I'll stay out because I got to get across the ship channel, which can get treacherous. But as long as I keep on catching them, we'll keep on seeing what we can do. Now that one had the hook down pretty good. So you always want to check your leader after each fish, or if you get hung up, and then check your hook as well, which my hook is still good. After you get a lot of pliers on it, sometimes it can weaken the metal, but that hook is okay. And then my leader does not feel frayed at all, so we're going to drop back down. And I like to do that because you never know when you're going to hook something really big, and you don't want to have a weak spot in your line. That's where the fluorocarbon and that strong hook come in handy. Now, braid is a great tool to use as well, but it's very weak around sharp objects like barnacles, pilings, concrete. So that's why I like to tie a little bit longer leader like this to protect my braid. You also want to look at your line and make sure you don't have any nicks in it as well. So if you're good, put on another bait. And if you're not, just take that extra minute to retie so you don't lose your next fish. We'll put on another fiddler crab. I think one more will do us before I head in. But there we go. So this is 12 foot of water right here. So the good thing is I can sit right on top of them and not really scare them off that much. It feels really clear water. You kind of want to put your boat or kayak or yourself, you know, try to be a little much more stealthy. But in this dirty bay water with wind, and they're so used to this that I can sit right on top of them and have no issue. This bridge goes on for a while. I'm not exactly sure how long Dolphin Island Bridge is. I'm sure some of y'all know down in the comments. If you do, just let me know. But looks like it's a few miles long, maybe 4, maybe 5 miles. I don't know. It is a long bridge, lots of structure to fish. So pretty cool little area. I don't get to come over here too often. Sometimes when that wind's kicking, the bay gets rough. I am gonna head in. Wind's picked up and it's getting to be about 5 o'clock, so I'm gonna call it a day. That was pretty fun though. So I didn't get skunked and I have some meat to take home. So I'll see y'all back at the boat ramp. Hopefully I don't get too wet going across the bay. It looks relatively flat still, so that's good. My goal every time I go out is to not get skunked. You don't have to catch 15 fish. You don't even have to catch 5 fish. Just 1 fish for me, anytime I go out, is fine for me. That means you got the skunk off the boat and you made your trip worthwhile. Now, bringing home a cooler full of fish is nice, but as long as you got 1 fish, you went catching, not just fishing, and that's what I like to do. And it makes for good content. By the way, if y'all have not subscribed already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. I will see y'all back at the boat ramp. All right, time to go. This is Mississippi Sound over here. So you got Dolphin Island, you got Mississippi Sound, like by Labattre. This is the Dolphin Island Bridge, and we got Mobile Base. It's hard to beat an evening boat ride. We're back at the ramp. I'm gonna dock up over here and get the boat loaded up. See me, it is pretty dark outside and I'm about to do a video closeout. So we were able to go out and do some fishing and do some catching, which is always fun. But I appreciate y'all for watching this video. If you're not subscribed yet, go ahead and hit that subscribe button at the bottom of this video. Allows you to keep up some fun content like this. Hopefully y'all can hear me. There's a lot going on. Bobo's barking and sirens are going off. A lot of stuff's going on. But anyway, like I said, if you are subscribed, I really appreciate you as always. It's fun to be able to hear from y'all. So go ahead, leave a like and drop a comment as well. But we'll see you on the next Bama Saltwater fishing video. I want to thank the good Lord up above for everything he does for us. We'll see you later.